Okay, so hey guys, and welcome back to another Sport This Week video. And in today's video, we've got baseball, football, UFC, boxing, tennis, and Formula 1 news. If you are new around here though, and you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do indeed like the video, and let's get straight into it. Sorry if there's a little glare here. And then also have bought a new football shirt and elect. I know a bit of a random team, but I do like this shirt. I can't really display it too much, but if the light wasn't showing on it, you'd see that it's quite a nice shirt. But yeah, moving on. I'm gonna start off with the football news. There is a lot, because there was the transfer deadline day, and a lot of business went down on that deadline day. I will say it's probably been the best transfer window in a long time. This transfer window. So yeah, starting off this week though, Diaz signed a contract with Man City until 2027. Sabitzer has signed for Bayern Munich. Dini has signed for Birmingham. Willian has signed for Corinthians. And then it was the deadline day. And one of the first bits of news was Ronaldo signed for Man United. And yeah, that is mental news, really. It did kind of come out of nowhere at one point in the fact that he did just once say, I don't want to stay here now, and then dipped. But most people probably knew when the Man City one didn't go through that he would go to Man United. But yeah, I mean, it's brilliant to see him going back to his old club where he started off. He didn't start off his career, but it really helped him lift it with Sir Alex Ferguson. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes, and I think he may retire there. I don't know, he may go back to Portugal. But that'll be interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, good luck to him this season. I hope he does well, and I hope he bags quite a lot of goals. And then Vlasic has signed for West Ham. Keane has signed for Juventus. Cucurella has signed for Brighton. James has signed for Leeds. Nelson has gone on loan to Feyenoord. Phillips has signed a long-term deal with Liverpool. Camavinga has signed for Real Madrid. Williams has gone on loan to Swansea. Lookman has gone on loan to Leicester. Royale has signed for Spurs. Gray has gone on loan to QPR. Christie has signed for Bournemouth. Kral has gone on loan to West Ham. Edouard has signed for Crystal Palace. Phillips won England's Men Player of the Year. Bellerin has gone on loan to Real Betis. Karamoa has gone on loan to Sheffield United. Munoz has signed for Newcastle. Hurricane has gone on loan to Sheffield United. Gibbs White has gone on loan to Sheffield United. Aurier has terminated his contract with Spurs. Tomiyasu has signed for Arsenal. Rondon has gone on loan to Everton. Olsen has signed for Sheffield United. Mendes has gone on loan to PSG. Saul has gone on loan to Chelsea. Griezmann has gone back to his former club on loan to Atletico Madrid. Chalobah has signed for Fulham. De Jong has gone on loan to Barcelona. Boateng has signed for Lyon. Edison has signed a contract with Manchester City until 2026. Mariba has signed for RB Leipzig. France drew 1-1 versus Bosnia. Denmark won 2-0 versus Scotland. Portugal won 2-1 versus Ireland, where Ronaldo became top international goal scorer of all time. So already breaking records before he's even signed for Man United. But yeah, fair play to him. Did very well in that game to get them a win. Norway drew 1-1 versus Netherlands. Turkey drew 1-1 versus Montenegro. Belgium won 5-2 versus Estonia. Germany won 2-0 versus Liechtenstein. England won 4-0 versus Hungary. Italy drew 1-1 versus Bulgaria. Sweden won 2-1 versus Spain. Pjanic has signed for Besiktas. Brazil won 2-1 versus Chile. Uruguay drew 1-1 versus Peru. Argentina won 3-1 versus Venezuela. Falcao has signed for Rayo Vallecano. France drew 1-1 versus Ukraine. Turkey won 3-1 versus Gibraltar. Netherlands won 4-0 versus Montenegro. England won 4-0 versus Andorra. Germany won 6-0 versus Armenia. Belgium won 3-0 versus Czech Republic. Spain won 4-0 versus Georgia. Italy drew 0-0 versus Switzerland. And Poland won 7-1 versus San Marino. But yeah, that is all the football news. Like I said, there's a lot. But yeah, that is all of it. Moving on now, I'm going to go to the tennis, where it was the US Open, one of the biggest tournaments in tennis, and a lot of people that we talk about took part. Starting off, Tsitsipas won 3-2 versus Murray. Sabalenka won 2-1 versus Stojanovic. Osaka won 2-0 versus Buzkova. Medvedev won 3-0 versus Gasquet. Zverev won 3-0 versus Quere. Barty won 2-0 versus Zvonareva. Djokovic won 3-1 versus Rune. Medvedev won 3-0 versus Kopfer. Sabalenka won 2-0 versus Zidansek. Tsitsipas won 3-1 versus Manarino. Barty won 2-0 versus Torsen. Zverev won 3-0 versus Ramos Vinolas. Djokovic won 3-0 versus Greek Sport. Medvedev won 3-0 versus Andujar. Tsitsipas won 3-2 versus Alcaraz. Osaka won 2-1 versus lost 2-1 versus Fernandez. Sabalenka won 2-0 versus Collins. Djokovic won 3-1 versus Nishikori. Barty lost 2-1 versus Rogers. Zverev won 2-1 versus Sok. Medvedev won 3-0 versus Evans. And Sabalenka won 2-1 versus Mertens. But yeah, that is all the tennis news. At the moment, only Osaka and Barty going out of the people we talked about, so it'll be interesting to see how it happens, and I believe it ends next week, maybe the week after. So yeah, that is something to keep talks on. Moving on to the baseball news now. Yankees lost 3-1 versus Athletics. Yankees lost 8-7 versus Angels. Giants lost 3-1 versus Brewers. Dodgers won 5-3 versus Braves. Yankees lost 6-4 versus Angels. Giants lost 6-2 versus Brewers. Dodgers won 3-2 versus Braves. Yankees won 3-1 versus Angels. Giants lost 5-2 versus Milwaukee. I think they're Braves, I believe, or Brewers. Dodgers won 4-3 versus Braves. Giants won 5-1 versus Brewers. Yankees won 4-3 versus Orioles. Giants won 3-2 versus Dodgers. Yankees won 4-3 versus Orioles. Dodgers won 6-1 versus Giants, and Yankees lost 8-7 to Orioles. But yeah, that is all the baseball news. Moving on now, though, to the boxing news, where there was one main big fight, and unfortunately it ended in a draw after a head clash, and that fight was between Lara and Warrington, and that was a really interesting fight, and it had a lot of hype as it was their rematch. But yeah, unfortunately it ended in a draw because of a head clash that happened, and it was a nasty cut on, I believe it was I think it was Lara's eye. I'm not too sure whose eye it was, but somebody had a nasty cut on there. And yeah, it was a shame to see it happen like that, but I'm sure there'll be another fight from them too. Moving on though, that was all the boxing news. Moving on to the UFC news, where there's quite a few good fights that happened, where Brunson won via submission versus Till in round 3. It is a shame to see Till lose, as there was 3 English fighters that were on big fights this card, and he was the only one that lost, unfortunately. But for the English people, Pimblett won via KO versus Vendramini in round 1 on his UFC debut, and congratulations to him. That is an amazing thing to do, and definitely putting down a mark for the future with him. And Aspinall won via KO versus Spivak in round 1, another English fighter, I believe. And yeah, fair play to him, another round 1 win. But yeah, that is all the UFC. Moving on to the F1, where it was announced that Raikkonen will retire at the end of the season. It is a shame, but it was destined to come soon because he is getting on a bit now. But he is always going to be a legend in the F1. And yeah, he's just a great racer and will be missed. But there was a Dutch Grand Prix which he did take part in, I believe, this week, where Verstappen started on pole, Hamilton started second, and Bottas started third. And it ended just like that. Verstappen won, Hamilton came second, and Bottas finished third, with Gasly finishing fourth, which is a good result for him. But yeah, that is it for today's news. I hope you have enjoyed. Like the video if you did indeed like the video, and subscribe if you are new, and thanks for watching.